All right, Jonathan, you can't be surprised that the Vikings won. It's a divisional game. They're at home. It was a 1.5 spread here. What does it mean, and how did the Vikings sort of stand up to a Packer team that was very dominant on defense last few weeks, including shutting out Russell Wilson and really controlling Patrick Mahomes before that?
Telling you what, Kirk Cousins has been the butt of some jokes for some time. This season, Kirk Cousins is playing like a top 6 quarterback in the NFL. I want to say top 5, and I start counting them in my head, and I'm like, well,
let's go 6.
Yeah. Right. Can I put him over Dak? Can I put him over Tom Brady? There's been, honestly, in the past three weeks, I'd say that Kirk Cousins is playing better than Tom Brady, who was on a lot of MVP lists for folks here.
Playing better than Josh Allen over the last month.
I mean, there's no question about it. And then today, 341 passing yards against this Packers defense, 3 touchdowns, a passer rating of 128.4. Yeah, I mean, he has Thielen, and he has Justin Jefferson. He has Dalvin Cook. He has an offensive line that's finally beginning to
got away with a couple of throws today that could have been intercepted, because what he does is he trusts his guys.
He does.
He'll throw it one-on-one to Thielen and say, go ahead, I trust you, and Jefferson. And smart, no?
And that's what happens when you have a duo who, those two guys, top 15 receivers in the league, both of them, certainly one of the best duos in the NFL. So yes, what the Minnesota Vikings defense, or excuse me, what their offense was able to do to the Packers defense is what won them the game, because the Packers offense, they weren't chumps. I mean, they had 3 second-half possessions. They scored touchdowns on all 3 of those possessions. They only had 54 offensive plays, but they averaged something like 8.5 yards per play. So the Packers were able to move the football, and in the second half, when they needed to score, they did. They had a Mason Crosby kick that was missed earlier in the game, but outside of that, it was a very, very even contest. What won them this game was Kirk Cousins.
The Vikings look like a playoff team to me. I don't know if they're going to get there, but they look like a playoff team. And they're a team I wouldn't want to see in the playoffs, right? I mean, if I've done a good job and won my division, like if I'm Arizona, I don't want to see them come in.
No.
Give me a beat up Seattle or somebody like that. You know, give me Jimmy Garoppolo coming. I don't want to see the Justin Jefferson and Thielen and Dalvin Cook.
Dalvin Cook especially. You don't want to see them. You don't want to face a team that can run the football as well as the Minnesota Vikings can week in and week out. That would be a team that would scare me. And then look, you look across the NFC. It's not that anyone in the NFC East outside of the Dallas Cowboys scares you. Philly's making a run, but okay, you look at the NFC South, and those, you know, the Saints and the Panthers are starting to fall off a little bit. You look at the NFC West, there's a lot of injuries out there. But yeah, I think that the Vikings absolutely have a shot here at that wild card, potentially even the first wild card in the NFC if they can figure things out with the NFC West.
Also, Philly, and they take down.
Do you want a sports network that delivers everything that matters about the game? The highlights, the picks, the instant analysis, no yelling, no fake debates, no politics. Hit the subscribe button and never miss a moment.